Hi, today we're going to be talking about your first 90 days in business, what to focus on. Let's talk about something every new home care agency owner feels, but very few of them say it aloud. Those first 90 days can be overwhelming. Sometimes even the first year can be overwhelming. You've just launched your agency, the paperwork is done, the license is in hand, and now it's time to step on the gas and go. But where do you start? What's the most important thing to focus on? In this video, we're going to help you answer that. You walk away knowing exactly what matters most in your first 90 days of business. So you can start strong, stay focused, and avoid the chaos that takes down so many new agencies before they even get off the ground. But here's the real challenge. Here's what happens to many new owners. You open your doors with high hopes, but pretty soon you're pulled in 10 different directions. Should you run Facebook ads, hire a marketer, start recruiting, visit referral sources, build your website, find a payroll company? The list goes on. It feels like everything is urgent, and that pressure leads to burnout, mistakes, and worst of all, wasted time. But we're going to help you cut through the chase because not everything is urgent. Some things can wait. Others simply shouldn't be your focus right now. When we started our agency, we were excited like many of you are, but also exhausted. We had no clear roadmap. We did everything. We answered every phone call, hired people with no systems in place. Some days we felt on top of the world, others we felt completely lost. We wish someone had sat us down and said, here's what to do for the first 90 days. Focus here and everything else will fall in place. That's what we're giving you today. So, what not to focus on yet? Let's start with what can wait. This might surprise you, but in the first 90 days, you don't need to build a perfect website, order branded merchandise. If you have the funds to do, fine. But simple things like your flyer, your rack cards will get you started. You don't need to hire a full-time marketer. Spend thousands on advertising. Try to be everywhere online. These things can help, but only when your foundation is solid. Right now, it's about laying bricks for your foundation, not painting walls. Hope you get what I mean. What to focus on the first 90 days are these three core priorities. Get the right caregivers, get clients, and deliver excellent care. If you focus on these three, everything else will fall in place. Everything else will follow. And why is that? Because revenue solves a lot of problems, and nothing builds your brand faster than delivering quality care. So let's break this down into phases. Say the first 4 weeks, right? You want to build your foundation. You want to set up intake and scheduling systems. You want to finalize your pricing and service area. You want to create your first 3 marketing materials: your business card, your flyer, your rack card, you name it. Introduce yourself to maybe 5 local referral sources or more. This is your planting season. You're laying the groundwork. You need to get crystal clear on your why or your purpose will be your anchor when things get hard. They will get hard sometimes. Make sure you write this down. You also want to define your ideal client. Don't say you're going to serve everyone. Are you focusing on seniors with chronic problems, conditions? Are you focusing on veterans, private pay families, or Medicaid? Create intake scripts. Every call should follow the same flow. A script ensures key information is collected and builds trust with families. I'm not saying you should be very scripted, but if you have a system that addresses all those basic questions, that will be a huge help. You may also want to build or create a frequently asked questions document. List out questions or answers to questions families and referral partners ask the most, so you're prepared. You also want to set up a basic caregiver application process. This can be a form on your website or a fillable PDF. Keep it simple and easy to access. You want to start outlining your core processes, things like scheduling, onboarding, billing, payroll. don't need to be perfect, but they need to exist. Think of it this way. You're preparing the soil before you plant. You may not see the fruit right away, but your future growth depends on what you're doing now. Okay? So let's look at the second phase, which is weeks 5 to 8. Focus on recruiting and referrals. Start local networking events. Start joining those events. At this stage, you are planting seeds in the community. Start introducing yourself at local clinics, pharmacies, churches, or other places of worship, senior centers, even if it's just to say hello and leave your materials. Relationships take time to grow, so start early. Start introducing yourself in your community. Join a professional home care association like the Home Care Association of America. Walk into senior centers, clinics, pharmacies, smile, drop off your materials, and ask if they ever refer clients to home care. Create your intake scripts, like I mentioned earlier. Make sure that every client gets the right information. This is where you prepare your business to function. Think of it as preparing the soil before planting. You may not see the harvest yet, but you're putting things in place so growth can happen and it will eventually happen. You want to start interviewing and onboarding caregivers during this phase. Build your caregiver pipeline early. Don't wait until you get a client or before you start recruiting. Post job boards. Hold a weekly session. Call applicants right away. Design a simple caregiver application process, an online form or PDF form, like I mentioned earlier, that they could fill and email it to them. Create your orientation checklist and your training process early so you are ready to go. Pre-screen before you interview. Use a quick phone screen to pre-qualify applicants and eliminate candidates who don't clearly fit your ideal caregiver. They don't fit your mold. Use situational questions. For example, what would you do if you showed up and at the client's home and the client didn't answer the door? This helps you see their judgment, not just their experience, and that is key. Start a weekly rhythm. Set aside a specific amount of time for marketing. Whatever works for you, maybe it's 5 to 7 hours a week, and do the same for recruiting. Consistency is key. Now, in this third phase of the first 90 days, so weeks 9 to 12, you start serving clients. Collect feedback from families. If you've done the first 2 phases well, you may now be getting clients. Congratulations! We started in February and got our first client in May or June. Now your job is to deliver excellence and learn from it. Watch for the communication gaps. Make sure intake, scheduling, caregivers are all on the same page. One missed message can cause big issues. You also want to check with your clients. Don't just serve your first client, learn from them. Pay attention to what works and what doesn't. Are your caregivers showing up on time? Is the care plan being followed? Are families satisfied? Even 3 or 4 clients can teach you a lot about your systems. Call them, ask how things are going. Is the care meeting their expectations? A short conversation can catch problems before they escalate. So you're gathering feedback. You want to send a short survey, okay? And ask the families or ask the client or their loved ones what you could do better. Learn from them. Learn from the clients you serve. Now it's also time to refine your systems and update any processes. So with that information, try to schedule time. I call it your CEO time, where you review what is working and what is not. Was onboarding smooth? The caregivers understand the care plan? Are they presenting themselves in a professional manner? Are they providing the care that you're supposed to be providing? All those things, start finding out from your clients, from the feedback. We had a client who took our accelerator program. She spent the first 90 days looking professional online. She built an amazing website, spent hundreds on SEO, search engine optimization. But there were no clients. And when she went through our program, she landed 2 clients in the first 6 weeks after completing the program. That's amazing. There are also common pitfalls to avoid, right? So you want to be watching out for this as you get started. Like I said, you don't have to be everywhere. Instead of showing up everywhere, showing up consistently in a few key places is the right thing to do. Start out where you're very excited and you feel like you can have the greatest bang for your buck. Okay? Because starting out, you're very excited. We were too. But you don't need to post on every platform on social media or attend every marketing event. It's better to build trust in 2 or 3 places where your ideal clients or referral partners actually are. Another pitfall is waiting too long to start marketing because you don't feel ready, right? We also see new owners who hesitate to market until they feel official enough. But trust builds through connections, not perfection. So show up, even if your business cards aren't glossy yet. Perfection isn't the goal, visibility is. Start building those relationships early. People need to know you exist before they can refer to you. Many new home care agency owners hire out of panic instead of building a caregiver pool. That creates feast or famine. It creates a feast or famine cycle, which is not what you want. Don't wait until you get a new client to start scrambling for staff. Begin interviewing and building that pool of caregivers as soon as you can during the period I talked about earlier. Another common mistake is getting stuck in research mode, spending weeks and months trying to make sure you perfect everything. You're customizing every process before you even have clients. Remember, progress it beats perfection every time. You don't need a 50-page operations manual to get your first clients. Start with simple steps, test them real time, and improve as you go. Okay? So, I want to challenge you to do these first 3 things, right? This week. Introduce yourself to 3 referral sources. Even if you're nervous, just go. Referrals are built on relationships. Number 2, create a basic caregiver interview workflow. Use simple questions to assess their judgment, their experience, of course, and their personality. Number 3, create time, your CEO time. Put 1 hour on your calendar to review your progress, clarify your goals, make adjustments from those feedbacks, right? Protect that time because many things will be thrown at you on a daily basis, and it's easy to skip this valuable CEO time. So here's a quick reality check. Let's be real now. Your first 90 days won't always follow this plan like a clockwork, right? Life happens. Let's face it, life happens. Okay? Yeah, life happens. Clients may come earlier or later than expected. You might spend 2 weeks just figuring out one system. That's okay. This framework isn't meant to box you in. It's meant to guide you, to help you organize your energy, your resources, instead of scattering them all around, okay? It takes 120 days, 90 days. That's okay. It's progress. Just keep going forward. Don't stop. Now, let's hear from you. Which of these steps are you going to implement this week? Comments in the comments or DM us. Let's build this together. In your first 90 days, or if you're about to launch, don't do it alone. Our Home Care Success Blueprint and Accelerator Coaching Program will give you step-by-step support to grow with confidence. So book your free 30-minute strategy call today. Or you may want to download our quick start guide. Also, remember to subscribe for more practical, powerful tips every week. Your first 90 days can set the tone for everything to come. Let's build it strong together. We are here to support you every step of the way. Because success doesn't come from doing it all at once. It comes from doing the right things in the right order with the right support. You were called to care. Now, let's build business that lets you do that, but doing it profitably and peacefully.